Well, what do we have here? Yep, that's definitely garlic. I think I've got a use for that.
Hello, and welcome to my show. So, today I'm going to be doing something dead simple. We're doing cheese scones, but with a twist. And the twist is wild garlic. So, wild garlic, as I understand it, grows all over the UK. So I've been down to my local nature area, let's say, and I've harvested some. Not a lot, but just enough to put some flavour into the meal. So let's quickly run through this. The scones, you've probably done them a lot before. In fact, I'll just talk through the ingredients as we're going. I've pre-prepped everything, so everything should run smoothly. It's going to be dead quick. So self-raising flour first, 225 grams, and we are going to add some baking powder. Literally, some baking powder. I'm not going to measure it. Doesn't matter. I'm also going to add the rest of my dry ingredients. A bit of salt, black pepper, not loads, but enough to give it a little bit of a bite. And finally, should have had a spoon ready, some mustard powder. So, mustard powder. I don't know on this. I'm out of this. Okay. So we'll just give it a quick mix, get everything's evenly distributed. You notice I didn't bother measuring most of those ingredients there. So I'll adjust my mic. I don't feel the need, ultimately. Now, this is kind of probably the most important part of the process. We've got 50 grams of butter. So we'll add that. And now, just with my hands, I'm going to rub this in, basically turn it into breadcrumbs. So, as I said, this is the most important part. We're building the base for everything else to go into. So, what I'll do is I'll get this done and I'll cut out the bits where it's just silence. I will leave it on so I can check how long it takes though. Okay, and that'll do. So I've now got my breadcrumb-like mixture. The next thing, I'm going to add my cheese. Now I've got 100 grams, well, I've got about 120 grams here. So I'm going to save a little bit of this. And this is just cheddar cheese. You can really realistically use any semi-hard cheese, a bit of red Leicester or double Gloucester or something like that. Completely up to you. Because I'm going to keep a little bit of this because I need it for the topping of the scone. Now what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually going to rub this in a little bit myself. Mix it through and then rub it in a bit. Just helps distribute some of the flavour and fat. I'm not going to go mad, but just a little bit of it. Okay. So when I pick it up, there's still bits of cheese in there, but some of it's now been rubbed through. Now, here I have 30 grams of wild garlic. I've chopped it very roughly. It's very strong smell once you've cut it. Now, as for the amount of this, I just happen to have 30 grams. I did it the other day with 20 grams. Fine. So again, let's get this in. Give it a quick mix. This is just to distribute it. Okay. And then we're nearly done. We're going to add a beaten egg. And I'm going to add some milk. I may add some more. It depends on the consistency of the dough once I'm done. So, get your hands in. I'm going to give this another mix. Again, while it's silent, I may cut it out a bit. I'm leaving the camera on just so I can time it. Right, well, we didn't need any additional any milk there. So I've got now a firmish dough that's got a bit of give in it. So I'm happy with that. Now, we need to make us some shapes. Now, I'm just going to put a bit of flour down. This prevents sticking. And I genuinely would recommend using your countertop. Oh, that's way too much. Spread that out a bit. I did this on a wooden chopping board the other day and it took us ages to clean. Okay, probably a bit much, but... And now what we're going to do is we're just going to, by hand, flatten this down. So, see, the thinner you make it, the smaller they'll be and the faster they'll cook. So all I'm going to do is just push them down by hand. Okay. More. Yeah. Now, I don't have any fancy cutting gear or anything, so I'm just going to use one of these ramekins. You get them with the little cakes and things. I'm just going to give it a stick in, cut it out like that. Yeah. You can see a little stone. Now, I'm going to get as many out of this as I can. It's dead easy. And the beauty of this, because you're using the same colour, they'll all be fairly even. Yeah. So I'll go forward of the door initially. But obviously we're not going to waste that. So what we'll do, we'll push it all back together. Mix it together again. Get the little bits out of the bowl. Back into a dough. And do the same again. Now, I'm going to do this as many times as it takes till I've used up all the dough. So I'll keep making these and I'll come back to this. So for the last one, just doing it by hand. Too small to cut. Okay. Just going to flatten that so it fits on my baking sheet. We're going to have a rectangular one. Okay, so next step. What we're going to do is using the egg from earlier, because there's a little bit left in the bowl, and a drop of milk. We're effectively making a glue, so we can glue some cheese on. I'm got my brush, so give me a sec. So all we'll do is take our brush it across the top. So this is, you could just use milk if you didn't have any egg left over, but I always think, well, there, why not? Don't want to waste it. It saves us washing the dish as well. You can be pretty liberal with this. You need a bit more. Yeah. And then, with the little bit of cheese we saved, we're just going to put a little bit on the top of each. Don't need to go nuts here. Just a little bit. This isn't going to go to waste. I will use all of it Just want to make sure you all get some. Okay. Now, I'm going to get these into a preheated oven for about 13 minutes. Doesn't take long. And get those in. And we'll be back shortly after we've cooked them and I'll give it a bit chance to cool. See you soon. Hello and welcome back. So I've cooked those for about 13 minutes. I'll let them cool for about 10. So they've all come out nice. You can see got a nice bit of colour on them. But what's important, of course, is the taste. So I've already pre-buttered one of them. Cut quite nicely. In fact, I'll show you how to cut. Easy enough. Slight crumble to them. Slight doughiness. They're great. Okay, anyway, let's try this. No, not both. You can catch these while they're hot and butter them. The butter becomes an instant, like garlic butter. Delicious. Definitely recommend these. I'll probably take some of these into work. Get other people's opinions. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. So that's a very quick recipe there. Probably took us 12 minutes to prep. Like I said, 13 minutes to cook, 10 minutes to cool. And it was inspired by one little leaf. It's dead common. And yeah, I mean, obviously with foraging, only take what you can use and what you just don't go overboard. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be finishing this. And I think the beauty of scones is you can have almost any flavour in it, chili, onion, whatever. So I encourage you to experiment. Let us know how it goes. Definitely try these. I'll put the recipe in the description. So if you've enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, follow me for more videos. Give me some recommendations. And I'll see you next time. Thank you and bye.